Alright, so I'm making a quick video because I've been playing Gods Unchained for a week and a half now and just hit Diamond. Basically, I wanted to show my deck off because I see a lot of people on the Reddit talking about getting stomped by like everyone that's pay to win and buying like $300 decks. So basically, I just made this deck that can stand its own at least up until this point, and it's like pretty much all starter cards. So I'm just going to go through it really quickly. Alright, so the premise behind this deck is basically that it's a control deck using spells to wipe off their legendary cards that you can't normally deal with. So we're going to have everything from Illuminate, Star Shard Bolt. This is super important. You're going to also, if you hit this in your mulligan stage, you're definitely going to want to keep that every time. Tracking Bolt, Versatile. This is like almost 99% of the time I use it for the damage versus the draw card. Worm Breath, which you're typically going to want to save till as late in the game as possible, because a lot of times this is going to end the game for you if you just throw it on face. It's one of the only spells that can do damage to minions and face, so it's super essential. This card is like one of the game winners. Basically, as soon as you drop this, they're going to throw everything they have at you to get it off the board. So typically you're going to want to like drop this in combination with a spell, but even if you just drop it and have them like waste their removal cards on it, then once you come later in the game and drop your Cyclops Defender, they're already out of cards. Mind Jolt, yeah, super versatile. Ratify, you're going to want to hold. I only have one of these cards in here, and I just hold it until late game when they're going to drop their Cyclops Defender or a legendary or whatever else. So basically, so far I haven't used two, but I think one is enough. But yeah, you need that in your hand. Inferno, I just started using this one. Initially, I didn't even have the card, or I didn't see the card. So, and then somebody played it against me, and I was like, oh, actually, I need that in my deck. So yeah, I have one of these. Again, I just hold this until it deals super value. Vanguard Axewoman. Again, this is a control deck, so having that blitz really helps with board removal. Wild Hog. This card is just broken. I mean, it's a 1-drop 2/3, and if you can get 2 of these out on turn 1 with a mana crystal, then yeah, they're gonna have a really hard time dealing with that. Also, the stats are great because dealing 2 damage deals with most 1-drops, and if for some reason they have a 3 health drop, then your hero power takes care of the other health. Alright, so Balthazar, this is completely not necessary in your deck. I just happen to get it in a pack, and I'm trying it out. Basically, having that extra lower 1-mana hero power so far hasn't really come in much use. I barely have actually benefited from that. The only thing that I will say is that for some reason when you drop this on the board, they get really scared that you have a legendary on board and throw way too much at it, and they completely waste their cards on it. So that's the only value I've seen with it so far. But yeah, this can be, if you don't have this, I would just put in another skeleton heavy, and that'll be fine. Alright, I have one of these in there, just quick buffs for stats. Skeleton Heavy is just a super good stat 2-drop, and if you get that on the mulligan stage, you can just drop that on turn 1 with your mana crystal. This is like something really hard to deal with for someone on turn 1, and the stats are really good for taking out most people's 1-drops, which are usually 2 health. So this is like a super good card. Right, so when you have a budget deck and you're going up against legendaries with good powers, then it's safe bet to just drop these good stat cards. 3-drop 3/4, that's just good stats. It deals with almost everything, and yeah, you usually have 1 health left over. So I have actually 3 of these, is as much as I can get in there. Thabian Brawler, yeah, Thabian Brawler. So this card is really good when you come up against the war deck. They're going to be dropping a lot of little cards at you to hit your face in the beginning, so this really stops that. Town Guardian, yeah. I mean, if you can use Thabian Brawler on turn 3, and Town Guardian on turn 4 to give it a buff. That's a super good combo. Alright, so that brings us to the Aether Vanguard. This one I also just got in a pack. You don't actually need it. Before I got this, I was just using the Frost Giant Deadshot. So it has better stats and it deals 3 damage to one character. So that one is almost as good. I don't know which one is better. I guess I kind of get more utility out of this, but I was using the Frost Guard up until then. 1 Minotaur, that's all you need. Just for, you got to save some health on your face. This card, I barely get any enough value out of it, so I'm yet to find something that isn't better in the 6-drop for this. But for now, I'm just leaving it in there. But again, you can just find another 6-drop if you can think of something that will provide better utility. And then the Cyclops Defender, if they don't have an answer to this, then you pretty much just win. Otherwise, they're going to actually have to waste their spells on this. Alright, so this one's good because in late game, sometimes you need to just get an extra 3 damage on the face. So you can just pop that on a card that's not asleep, and then you're good to go. Alright, so this is the deck. Almost everything comes with the starting cards, and if it doesn't, they can be easily swapped out for something else. So I'm just going to take you into a few games and show you how it works. Alright, so you're going to want to deal 1 damage, of course. And... Alright. Alright, so... This is an easy 1-drop. Yeah, this Wild Hog is just extremely good stats for a 1-drop. And I don't know if anyone else has noticed this bug where this card pops up sometimes and it just stays there. It's super annoying. Alright, so with the 4C, we're actually looking for some kind of lower cost, like a 3-drop creature, because we're pretty much have nothing to answer them right now. Got super unlucky with these 2 cards being in our hand.
This looks promising.
So far as well, I know that there's this thing where you can go and look at other people's
Patience is a virtue.
Cards in their deck with geodex, but so far I haven't done that yet. I think, yeah, it's pretty cheaty to look at other people's decks, so I don't do it.
This looks promising.
You really want to stop people from getting, what is this stuff called? I can never remember what this stuff is called. But you really want to stop people from getting that, because it's one thing that is extremely undervalued, and a lot of people miss hitting face, for example, and then they just go for minions when they could be gaining this favor. I think, yeah, favor. And basically allowing those extra free cards and a choice between 3, that's super overpowered. So, but you really got to use it, otherwise, yeah. Alright, so when you have Worm Breath in hand, don't rush to use it. Try to use other solutions for almost everything, because you really want to save that for like just finishing off the damage on their face. It's 5 damage is a lot. Oh damn. Okay, so probably going to want to drop the Hunter Warden, ping, and then next turn we can finish him off with the Adder Vanguard.
I'm out of options.
At this point, it's anybody's game. Really likes those awards. Alright.
This looks promising.
At the end of your turn, add a random rune to your hand. It costs 0. Okay. That's pretty good, I guess. I honestly still don't even know all the cards that are out there yet. So in this case, if you would have had the Storm Breath card instead of the Azure Vanguard, the result would have been the same. We would have been able to clear that guy and have even better stats actually on board. So that's just showing that you don't need to... Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to want to... Wait. Oh, damn. I hate when you... This is such a bug. Basically, if you pull a card out and you don't select something yet, you can't get rid of it. Whereas I actually wanted to use the hero power. But now, once I clicked it, yeah, that's super buggy. Whatever. And let's see if there's anything good. Yeah, we'll just wait. Nothing amazing there. Maybe we're gonna want to get this battle guy next turn. I'm yet to have to use this Volcus Discovery. I don't know. Seems overpriced. Alright, so one thing he probably has is he's probably going to drop here is the shoot, what is it called? Ratify. So I'm a little bit nervous to drop this, but you know, might not have it in his hand. So basically my options are either drop this or a Wild Hog, a Bull, and a Ping. But I'm just going to go for it. The longer we wait, the more likely he is to have Ratify. Oh, we got lucky. Alright. So we should be able to... Yeah, this is why you wait and don't just buy these right away, especially unless he's got a lot of favor, because now you can really use exactly the one you want. Okay, that's really buffed. But see, in this case, it's actually going to be worth it to use our Worm Breath here. Because we're going to get that 6 damage to face anyways. So, and we might as well drop our Hog.
Let's see if I can find some.
Might want to scoop this up because I don't really want him to drop that right now. Probably should have scooped it up actually last turn. Yeah. Oh, he didn't grab it. Oh, he doesn't have enough. Okay, so we got lucky there. So we're gonna grab this now. Just mostly so he can't actually have it. Now the question is, he could potentially wipe our board if he has that tornado card. So, how far do we want to commit? Might as well just get an extra damage on face. Save this guy. Just in case.
That about does. I value my personal space beyond all else.
Okay, I've never seen this guy. After you play a spell, give +2 strength to a creature. Ability deal damage to enemy character equal to his creature strength and set his creature strength to 0. 5 drop. Wait, what? After you play a spell, give +2 strength to this creature. Ability deal damage to an enemy character equal to this creature's strength. And oh, damn. That's pretty good. What are we gonna do? I think this is an easy. This is an easy one. Oh wait, we can't attack with order. I just realized.
Focus.
Yeah, see, I still make so many mistakes here. I am very new to this game, so. But just take your time and think about which order you do things. Alright, so the question is, do we clear this guy? Or do we get 2 damage to face? For sure we're dropping this. You know what? We're actually going to clear it because he has so few cards. Basically, he's running out of steam, so we got to just clear all the power he's got left, which is this card. And nice, if we can get this next turn. Yeah, that should be game over. Sleep turn. Perfect. We're gonna want to go face. And drop that. So yeah, if you haven't noticed, you really, do not forget about the sanctum mechanic. This is literally wins and loses games, and it's super overlooked. Don't just look at what cards are in there, but think about how to gain the favor, because if you end up with getting more cards from here, then you're way harder to beat, because there's just so much utility there. Alright, so like I said, this Dark Shard Bolt is super overpowered. 4 damage with 2 drop. This should be probably 3 damage to be fair card. So really, this is a must-have. Dropping this on turn 2 is insane if you can use your mana for that. So this is pretty good. You can control the board with the X-Woman.
Good luck.
Drop this turn 2.
Let's see how many ways you can disappoint me.
So, a war deck with no drop on turn. Oh damn. Okay, let's see what we do. What should we do? Deal 1 damage with decks.
The possibilities are endless.
The 4 health on this is just so good. These 3 drops are almost, I would use them in almost every deck. much we can do here. I mean, I'm surprised to see like no board control from a war deck. We pretty much have answers to everything.
This looks promising.
Nice pickup.
Enough of these games.
Oh, damn.
My turn.
So basically the one thing that, yeah, is tough to get around is armor. It's ridiculously overpowered. Like, especially with beginner decks. I don't know, I just haven't found something really good to deal with this yet. So, I honestly think that armor should be bypassed with spells because it's too overpowered. I mean, so we can get him down to 1 health, and then what? I think we're just gonna have to do this. Hope we get a buff next turn. We're looking for that cheetah guy. Yeah, okay, this is just ridiculous. There's basically one card that'll save us right now, Ratify. So if we don't get that, we're pretty much game over.
The possibilities are endless.
Maybe we can get Ratify here. Nah. Alright, I'm just gonna concede this one. Yeah, I don't know. I might just leave this in there because that, you know, it's got to be shown how ridiculously overpowered that armor is. It's just like so broken. So I'll play one more. You know, I guess that's the thing. You know, there's going to be decks that counter you, and this is a budget deck, so you know, games like that happen. But at this point in the game, it still seems that with this deck you can progress at least to diamond and, you know, hold your own a little bit. And this is only a week and a half of playing. You know, I haven't gotten it. I've only had one weekend event and opened 3 packs from there. I guess I have 2 more on the way from the DO expansion. So, but yeah, I guess first weekend event, I won 4 epic packs and a rare pack. And then basically whatever packs I got from going from level 0 to 31. So yeah, I'm not going to have great cards, but you know, still should be enough. Okay, so at this point, what do you do? Control with spells? Probably. It's not ideal, but
let's see how
I would like to have at least some creatures here, but I guess pretty
Best
good.
of luck.
They shouldn't be able to get anything on the board here. This card is ridiculously overpowered. 5 damage to each creature. To each enemy creature too. It's not even like, it doesn't even harm your own. Yeah, that's super overpowered. And that's the thing, you know, this game is like so unbalanced right now that there are a lot of these super overpowered cards that are just in your standard cards. So like you can hold your own against a lot of these legendaries.
The possibilities are endless.
So
that's enough for now.
Just gonna control the board. I don't know if it's a strategy with this player to go ridiculously slow. Maybe they hope you get tilted. Fused. At the end of the turn, Arbrush board. I summon attack. Just summon attack a random creature. Enemy creature. Alright, so my thinking is we clear the board and then next turn we can drop the front line. So now how do we clear it? 3 in a ping? Yeah, that makes the most sense. I don't know if that was the right play. But we have a ton of cards left, so we're looking pretty good long term. The other option there would have been to have that card deal 1 damage to everything and then hit them with the Illuminate, and that would have saved us our mana crystal. But instead I chose to use the mana and then keep the card around. But yeah, I guess basically this whole premise of this control deck is just you have answers for everything. You have 4 damage cards, 3 damage cards, 5 damage cards, and then you have these front lines to help you stop you from getting chipped down while you're waiting for to just slowly chip them down with your smaller creatures, and then you hit them with something like this at the end to just finish it off. All right, so at the end of your turn, just gonna Pixie. Well, that's not really worth using this for right now. We can actually get on the board here. You know, and a reason for having this too is like, if we don't drop this, you know, they're gonna have, even though it's only 2 damage onto your face, you got to think about this favor. You know, that's 6 favor they're gonna have. That's like half of a card. So that's actually really something you have to think about. Let's see if there is anything good here. So this is not really great for them because I can just hit it with my hero power. I guess this one's decent. I would say just a note on the Sanctum, like the most valuable one in my opinion is that 17 cost. It's a 3 damage to anything.
Let's see.
Alright, so what do we do here? Do we waste that 4 damage? Or do we just let them fill up their board with 1-drops? The problem with that is, I know that there's some cards that can give buffs to all of these, so it's a bit of a risk. I'd say we probably just do this. And and then we can drop this guy. So we're pretty much in a position to deal with anything he drops here. I mean, 4, 6, 8, 13 damage. Okay, that must have been a mistake.
The possibilities are endless.
Alright, there's nothing really good here, so I'm just gonna... Oh my god. That... that animation always gets me, because in my head, when I click on something from the Force Sea, I think it's gonna like be the one that ends up in my hand, but it's actually the one you discard. I always make that mistake. Oh, we can deal with both of them next turn. Oh, actually, out of blitz.
The possibilities are endless.
Alright, this is perfect. Perfect timing. So this is one of your power cards that you really... If they don't deal with, then it just ends the game. But it takes them a lot of resources to deal with something like that. And we're actually set up perfectly now, because we have all spells in our hand. If he can't deal with that this turn, we're in a really good spot. So this is an easy one. Now the question is, do we just hit it with this and get the buff, or do we ping it and keep the card? It's pretty hard to say no to that, because we get an extra health, which gives us a little bit of safety, as well as an extra damage to the face, and then we'll just drop... Oh, actually, we should have saved that. Probably should have bought this and then not drop that guy this turn. Then we would have had a front line. So, you know, easy mistakes, like little things like that, can make or break your game. That's why you really got to keep your eye on this sanctum and how much favor you have currently. Anyways, all right, so he couldn't deal with it. Yeah, so that's it. I guess I'll just end the video here. But yeah, I just wanted to really show how possible it is, even if you're just starting from nothing, you know, to still make a good pack out of the cards you'd get for free from the start. And, you know, who knows, maybe this can get to Mythic. We're on the way there. Alright, so this video is just to show how possible it is, you know, to get to Diamond, maybe even Mythic, who knows. I just got the Diamond. But this, with such a budget deck, you know, everybody can make this. It's just about learning how to play it, and like when to play your cards, when to mulligan. Just practice, really. Most of the people I see talk about budget decks, it's always the aggro war decks. And for me, I think that just doesn't get you all the way to Diamond. I think I had like 100% win rate on the war decks up until Midnight Shadow or something, or actually even gold, the first gold one. And then after that, I kind of needed another solution. All right, so just start learning this mage deck. It's maybe a little more complex to learn how to use, but it's super cheap, and you can really do a lot of work with it against, you know, cards that are way better than yours and decks that are like 200 euros. So anyways, thanks for watching.